folks, Deborah's Creative Kitchen here. Welcome to my channel and I appreciate you watching. Today we're going to be making some homemade hamburger buns that I started to make earlier. I have 2 batches on the go right now, so I'm excited to share this with you because they turned out amazing today because it actually, I love this thing. I use it for absolutely everything. So in the bowl, 1 tablespoon of quick rise yeast. Milk, I'm using 2% today because that's what I have on hand. Measuring jars here because I'm using 3/4 cup of milk straight out of the fridge and 1/2 cup of warm water. I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar. Helps the yeast bloom. Level that off, put that straight in. Is we're going to give that a quick stir, and I'm going to be placing it in the microwave for approximately 50 seconds. So the ideal temperature for a good bloom is 105 degrees Fahrenheit to a maximum of 112 degrees Fahrenheit. So I have a temperature gauge that I like to use, and it's called the Thermal Pro. You just take out the probe, turn it on. I have mine set to Fahrenheit. It's very important when you're going to bloom your yeast that the temperature doesn't reach over 112 degrees. 105 to 112 is ideal. So we're going to put that in there. We're at 110. So I can now pour it into my yeast. Over top. Give that a quick whisk. And we're going to set this aside and we're going to let it bloom. It takes approximately 5 minutes to bloom. I like to put a towel over top of it so it kind of keeps it a little bit warm. And it's a nice surprise when you take it off and you see it all frothy. That's what we're going to be waiting for. See? And that's what we're looking at. Gorgeous bloom. Love it. Bloomed, we're going to add our flour. So it'll be 2.5 cups. I like to use a butter knife to scrape the top. So we're going to put our first cup in there. And all you do is scrape it on the top like that. Throw it in. That's 1. Number 2. Set that aside. And this is a 1/2 cup. So there's 2.5 cups of flour. And I'm going to scrape out another 1/2 cup just in case we need a little bit more. So now our flour's in there. I have some sea salt that I like to use. You just need a pinch. You don't need a lot. That's it. The recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have extra virgin olive oil. That's the brand that I'll be using today because this is what I have on hand. That pop-up thing that gets me every time. It's actually pretty cool because better measure, better control. So 2 tablespoons going in. The hook for the KitchenAid today. So all you do is basically there's a little notch and there's a knob on the KitchenAid. So you just line the 2 up, push up and turn, and it's secure. Hooks on the side there so it doesn't come off. And we're going to put our hook back on. It's easier to do it this way. Make sure again, line it up. There you go. Mine has a handle to bring the bowl up. Some actually have the ones that open and close, but mine has the handle that goes up. I use an extension cord because I'm using my island to do these videos and plug in my floor. So I just use an extension cord for when the cords aren't as long to reach. So that's basically what I'll be doing. So that's all plugged in. And now what we're going to do is turn it on to the first setting. So I'll leave that go for a couple of minutes. It doesn't take a long time. But as you can see, it's starting to come together. And what I normally do is take a spatula and just scrape the bowl down real quick. So we'll turn this off, drop it down, give it a quick scrape. In the KitchenAid mixer, when it basically scrapes most of the stuff off the sides of the bowl. Turn that off. As you can see, it's stuck to the hook, but that's okay. Dough is definitely shaggy, so what we're going to do is we're going to take gadget here. And basically what this is it's just for Parmesan. I'm using it for flour, but it has holes in the top. So you can just sprinkle as much as you want instead of wasting a whole bunch of flour. So what we're going to do is just basically sprinkle the top of the counter. A little bit. Then we're going to take our dough and we're going to get it out of here. And then we're going to incorporate it on top of the counter. And it's sticky, but that's okay. And I'm also going to put some flour on top of the dough so that I can move it around a little bit more with my hands. So all you're going to do is push it back and forth. See, it's already coming together already. And I just like to fold it into itself, roll it on the counter. I have a Corian countertop, so it's like granite, but it's man-made, and it just works great for doing stuff like this. I absolutely love it. So as you can see, I'm not rolling it out too hard. Just a little bit back and forth. As you can see, it's coming together. So I'm going to test it, and by doing that, you just put your finger on the top, and if it bounces back, you know you're close. And just keep moving it around. It's actually quite fun. I like doing this part. Oh, great. So it's going to be beautiful. Nice and smooth. To the bowl, I'm going to put it in. And roll it around a little bit. Maneuver it there. And then we're just going to let it sit with the towel on top. My oven, which I've had the light on for the last 15 minutes, and the light actually works almost like a bread proof. I do have the bread proof, but you don't need it. You can just use the light in your stove, and will be about 45 to an hour or until it doubles in size. So it's been an hour, and our dough has doubled in size, as you can see. So now what I'm going to show you is how I roll them into balls for hamburger buns. I have a handy dandy bench scraper, which I absolutely love. And I have my flour container, like I showed you earlier, with the lid. So we're going to just sprinkle a little bit of flour on top of the counter. And all we're going to do is just give it a little bit of a roll. Get back into that ball shape that we had. That's great. That is amazing. So, as you can tell, it's nice and smooth, gorgeous. So, I had it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Balls of dough, and don't worry about if it has a little crease or whatever, because it expands, and that'll go away. So again, just fold it into itself. Use your counter. Roll it around. It's kind of fun. It's like playing with Play-Doh. Be great for the kids to do this because it keeps them busy and they'd have fun. And then you get to eat it. Just roll it a bit until you get like a ball. Get 7 buns out of that recipe. Buns for hamburgers. Last one. Parchment paper, but I have officially run out. So what I'm going to do is just give it a quick oil. Not a lot. Parchment paper is much better because you don't want the bottoms to burn. So again, handy dandy oil sprayer. And then just use your hand. That way at least it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And then you're going to take your little hamburger buns and place them on the cookie sheet. What I do is we're going to once again put the towel over top. And we're going to let them rest for a few minutes. They don't need a long rest time at this point because they've already doubled in size. But what I like to do is turn the oven on and wait for that to come to temp. And then these will rise a little bit more. And they also rise in the oven as well. Over top. We set that aside. So it's been about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to show you now how I'm going to do an egg wash while we're still waiting for the oven to heat up to 375. See how they've risen a bit? It's great. They're going to rise more in the oven. What I've done is I've put a tablespoon of tap water. Then I have one egg, this large egg, which will do a lot. So I'm just going to crack that on the bowl. Add that to the water, and this will be our egg. So, water and egg. Fork, just give it a quick whisk. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want. It allows for a nice brown color on I'm going to be using today. And you just dip that in. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. You don't want it to be like drippy like that. And then you just apply it to the top and the sides. Looking forward to eating these. So there you have it. So I have some sesame seeds on hand. And I think this recipe here, I'm going to use them today. So I just take a little bit, sprinkle the top. You don't need a lot. And you don't have to do this. Totally your call. You can put anything you want on your buns. They are your buns. Yeah. Perfect. So I'm going to put these in the oven. It's come to temp at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to put them in for approximately 15 minutes. We'll check on them. They might take a little bit longer, but 15 is the golden rule to start at. All right, folks, out of the oven in 15 minutes, golden brown, gorgeousness, very hot, don't want to touch. I'm going to let them cool down, and I'm going to put some butter on one, and I'm going to give it a try later. But I hope you enjoyed our video. So there you have it, folks. Beautiful homemade hamburger buns. 15 minutes, 375, golden gorgeousness. Thank you for watching my video today.